What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Combat League and the changes I hope the Combat League receives for Aftermath. Now, I made a video 7 months ago, a rant, talking about the Combat League and how horrible I think it is, and just really lit into it. And I literally still feel the same 7 months later. They have done nothing to try to make this mode better, and it still sucks. If you don't want to watch that whole video, that video I think was like a 40-minute rant. To sum up why the Combat League is so terrible, as quickly as I can. Well, not very quickly, just to discuss each part a little bit. The rewards are not worth it. The rewards you get for playing the Combat League are not great at all. Some of them might be great sometimes, but that's not great. That on a mode where you doing all this work, most of the time you don't even get what you want or can't even get what you want. So the rewards are not great. It's just like sometimes there might be a couple or like even one or two good skins in there and make people want to play it. Besides that, the rewards are lackluster for playing the Combat League. Now, second thing, grind and skill. Combat League rewards grind way more than skill. That's another problem. Like, Combat League is literally like 60 to 70% grind, 30 to 20% skill. This mode should reward you more for being a good player instead of somebody that's just constantly on it. Now, there's nothing wrong with being constantly on Combat League if you enjoy it, but the fact is, it should reward skill more than grind, in my personal opinion. That is a preference thing on how people are going to perceive that or feel about that. But I personally feel like, the better people you be, how good you do should determine your points more than, hey, you're just playing and playing and playing. Like, I just don't like that in a mode. Third problem, first to two. First to two is trash. Can't nobody convince me otherwise. People who like first to two are the people that like doing gimmicks and just getting away with stuff and winning. Don't like being adjusted to. First to two is absolutely trash. They changed it to first to two to match up with the pro competition, and it was one of the worst decisions that they ever made for, I'm not going to say for the game, but it's just for me personally, because when they did that, that's when I was like, yeah, first to two, this crap sucks. First to two is absolutely garbage. First to three is the way to go for fighting games. First to two proves nothing. It doesn't do much. Like, a lot of people can gimmick you out for 2 wins, but the real part of like playing fighting games is, whatnot. I'm not going to discuss that. That's the whole video. But the whole point is, first to two is not good. Let me just make that clear. It's not. Any real fighting game player will tell you first to two is not good. Beating somebody 2 times and then boom, that's it, doesn't mean that much. Unless it was like decisive or something or anything like that. But yeah, first to two, garbage. So those are my 3 personal main problems with the Combat League and why I just find it so unenjoyable to play. Like, it's just not for me. If you like it, nothing against you, and the streamers and all the content creators that play it, that's fine, because people like watching Combat League. It's very entertaining to people, so people who have aspirations of being a content creator and making it big in the MK scene, they will play Combat League and it will help them get views. People like watching Combat League. They do, especially live. So yeah. Now, what are the changes I hope they make to Combat League to make it better? First change is give us a regular point system. That is the first thing I want. What I mean by that is they should completely reset the whole Combat League system, because people don't like Combat League. I don't know why they don't understand that we don't like it. Like, I'm pretty sure they understand that we don't like it, but they don't know what to do to it specifically. I'm hoping that's it, but for the most part, the community is pretty vocal on how much we don't like Kombat League and we want changes for it, but it's not enough because people get those cosmetics they want in the Kombat League and then they just start chilling and stop, talking about it. So it just kind of gets ignored. Kombat League, the problem with it is it's just getting swept under the rug because not enough people are talking about it and everything, and it needs to be talked about. Now, first thing that needs to go, let me restart. First thing that needs to go is the first to two. First to two sucks. It really does just suck. I can't think of a lot of people that say they prefer first to two, and that is good. First to two benefits scrubby players who wants to get away with a bunch of gimmicks. I'm sorry, I'm just keeping it real. That's who first to two benefits the most. First to three is just fine. Like, people might say it still has its problems, but it's way better than first to two, dang it. Like, first to three, just fine. Put it back to that. Now, as I was saying before, that second thing, let us keep our freaking points. Make a mass point system to where we can actually keep our points. That's not hard. Like, why do our points have to reset? That's not a good thing. If we literally kept our points, I would put up with all the crap with this Kombat League. If I was able to keep my points, no matter what, and then they should redo it. Like, oh, you hit Apprentice, Combat, like, hitting Combat should be like a certain amount of points, hitting Apprentice, well, no, you start with Apprentice, that should be a certain amount, then hitting Grandmaster should be a certain amount of points, and then you keep it. And then, that way, you don't just lose your stuff. Now, your points slowly deteriorating if you don't play, I don't mind that aspect of it. That's completely fine. If you don't stay up to date with your points and play the Kombat League, then if you start losing your points over time, that's perfectly fine. But don't just take away the points that people work for, because at the end of the day, then it doesn't mean that much getting all of those points. What, you got a little banner thing that shows what rank you hit, but that doesn't matter. Like, in the long run, it's fine for showing what you did, but as we see a lot in the NRS community, nobody cares what you did. People care about what you're doing. So that's why I just want them to give us a point system that's actually good. Let us keep our points that we grinded for, and then the people that choose to leave the game or stop playing the game, if they want it to where their points deteriorate over time, then that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. That's something that I can only think of that they do, but I actually agree with the points going away if you don't play. If you make it to Elder rank and you choose not to play the game for 2 months, obviously you're still not an Elder rank player. So your points should match that. So yeah, those are the first two changes I want for Kombat League. Now, the last change is more like of a wish, because I don't think that they would do this. The other two things I think are very possible. But the last thing is how you earn your rewards after ranking up. Okay, bear with me here. It's not going to sound weird. It's going to be very reasonable on what you can get, but you got to really listen to what I'm saying. So I feel like for every rank that you go up, or like, since I said you should keep the ranks, so I guess it should be for a certain amount of points that you achieve in the Kombat League. I feel like you should get one unlock token. That unlock token will allow you to get anything that you want in the game cosmetic wise. Now, I'm not saying you should just be able to go down there and get some of the best skins at the bottom. I feel like the tokens should have like rewards based on the skins, on how good they look, right, and everything. So I think there should be like 3 token rewards. Like, we'll call the first token rank 1, rank 2, rank 3. After you get a certain amount of points for that season, I think you should get 2 rank 1 tokens, 2 rank 2 tokens, and 1 rank 3 token. Now, what those tokens will allow you to do is go unlock the cosmetics you actually want. Why are we forced to pick from what they want to give us? Like, we only get 4 skins. Why do we have to just, I ain't gonna say suffer, but why do we have to be at the mercy of like a randomly generated, I'm assuming that's what it is, like something they just plop in there, like boom, this is what y'all gonna get. That gives more people a reason not to play the Kombat League if you don't see your skins in there. Now, if you could earn stuff for it to where you can unlock your own personal cosmetics you want, then that's different. I think that's completely different. And I don't personally see nothing wrong with that. I know that sounded a little advanced, but it actually wouldn't be that hard to implement, in my opinion. And I feel like that would be a very, very good change for the game. It would give more people a reason to play the Kombat League. The biggest problem with Kombat League, there is not a reason to play it. There's no reason to wake up in the morning and be like, I want to play Kombat League, unless you just want the skins. That's it. And that is a massive problem, and I want them to change that and make it better so Kombat League can actually become a somewhat enjoyable place, because you're going to be salty. Like, people need to just get that out of their head right now. Well, I ain't going to say everybody's going to be salty, because some people aren't really salty people, but most people, like, you're going to get mad in this and, you know, rage or whatever. That's just going to happen. But the fact is, we don't even have a reason to hop on it in the first place. There's no reason for me to hit, you know, freaking play right now and play Kombat League. There's just no reason at all. But yeah, everybody, that's how I feel about Kombat League. My personal problems with it, and what I hope gets changed in it. And I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to implement. I want the mode to be better. Like, I just want some things on this game to be better. It's been a year, and it's about time we get some changes that show that it's been a year. Like, give us some fresh stuff. Like, that's all I'm wanting, y'all, to be honest. But that is the video, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and my Patreon. And Nickopz out.